Like the Cyclops pickup here. A lot of the immobilization given by lockdown from Cyclops would really stop Cho in his tracks, stop Kufra as well. Not going to be able to stop Yu Zhong, but the potential Yi Sun Shin pickoff, if it is going to be selected, would just allow Lancelot to just dive in straight into the backlines and take him out.
Wow.
A Yi Sun Shin is not a bad choice here. A Hayabusa, though, to get rid of the mobility of the Cyclops or the immobilization of the Cyclops could have been a better option.
Yisun Shin is gonna be the choice now, and I think Nomad. It's safe to say that we have new meta. What we're talking about. Forget what you know about Mobile Legends 2 weeks ago. This is the time for you to say that Cyclops, Yisun Shin, Hilda, Balmond, and all of these unusual picks from 2 weeks ago are all valid now. It's Cyclops. It's gonna work, and we'll see how it will be in this case.
Yeah, and draft from both of these teams look really good, Wolf. I
Oh no.
am I am not gonna be attempting to even further analyze this. I just want to see how the execution is for both of these teams. They have all their ideas on lock, so to
Yeah.
speak.
My oh my. I guess this is the time where we say that it's really entirely up to the teams, not to the casters, not to the viewers. It's the team who plays. Whether or not the Cyclops is good, that's debated upon, but it's definitely a solid support. Well, not really solid, but you get what I meant. It fulfills that specific role of having that star power lockdown. That's the inverse of Kaja. Basically, it's Kaja. You go in, you stun your opponent, you pull them back to your teammate. With the star power lockdown, it chases anyone, no matter how away they are,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a very solid stun that you get. You don't have that much mobility for sure, but you offer so much magical damage in team fights through your first and second skill. Not only that, your wave clear is really good. Because one thing that I noticed about the how do I say this, the Popol and Koopa as a support is that it lacks that wave clear that you are looking for when going for support. And what is this? I guess that they will re-lobby, I'd say.
Yeah, I think. All right, what's happening in the back ends here?
Okay. I guess we will be
It's just gonna be a
remake.
rematch,
All
a
right.
relobby. Apparently, RRQ did not have any emblems there.
Okay. So we'll see, everyone. I guess that we will be calling it a break for now, Mr. Nomad. Don't worry, guys, as we're just trying to fix the lobby for you. We're gonna be hopping into a break. When we do come back, it's the actual game, the actual game number one of this best of three series. Don't fret, we will be back. Okay, back in action, and we will not be keeping you longer. This is Mytel Treasure Championship Series 2. Wolf and Nomad Durecasters. We head into the game of Onic PH versus RRQ very, very quickly to start. So now the lobby is okay. A-okay.
A okay or B okay. That is what I hope people are. They are okay. I hope they be okay.
Whoa. Okay. It's you.
Okay,
It's you.
it's me, and that's fairly safe here. But the Little Wonder area, huge AOE from Luo Yi. Jay is gonna be the first one going down because of that.
That was such a big duality passive. They did not expect our 824 to have level 2 already, and that's probably why they were defeated in that cause. You can see a late mask strategy coming out from Onic. But now the problem is, how do they secure their purple buff? Well, the Eason Shin is having a field day, Mr. Nomad. So easily taking his own purple buff, and this is big thanks to Louis' smart plays in there.
Man, yeah, this is what I've been talking about. This is all about the execution because the drafts from both of these teams look good. Wise is kind of lacking in the farm area, but you know that's still too early to tell. But Iakno in a scuffle here, top lane. Duality once again connecting onto 824. From 824, I mean, and it's gonna be forcing him back. And the more, again, just like what happened earlier on, the more you force your opponents back, the more farm and EXP you will have ahead of
Absolutely.
them. Heavy rotation here, heavy presence here on the bottom lane by Onic PH actually.
Yep. We're gonna go to the bottom lane. As you can see, a big lead now being taken by Onic PH. This is a big problem for Wise. Wise only now fresh for level 4. When it comes to the gold, he is lagging behind. Or maybe not actually. He's actually pretty much okay. I guess that the lead really came from something else. In fact, there will be a jump now into the bottom lane. They will be escaping. Wise! Oh, nice dodge! Was real close.
As close as you can get.
Man. Nice usage of the Thorn Rosa. A little bit of invulnerability frame in there. As Jay is gonna fend off the attack, but Albert on the season Shin back in action for farming his own orange buff.
And Albert is gonna be relatively okay. He has a lot of space created for him in over here in the bottom lane. The rest of Skylar's actually taking down Iaknu. That's a trade. The turret takes him down. Okay. And this is a big fight. Rage is going to be connecting onto Wise, forced to use the Thorn Rose, and they do predict where he is. Black Dragon form here over in the back lines to deter any other additional pushes here from Onic PH. But he is going to be paying the price. Gets immobilized by Koopa. Forced to flick around and takes down All My Venus.
Wow. But in terms of Delar, can he take him down? Oh, Louis. There is the diversion. Wanna go for Uranus. Uranus already out of there. And this is a quick transition from RRQ to take the turtle. That's great. And perhaps this is their way of taking advantage of a good situation that's already set up for them. Team fights are really favoring RRQ now.
Yeah, it's like RRQ never really, you know, had a close fight against Onic PH during the earlier part of the tournament. It's like they already know what Onic PH is playing, and they're just overpowering them.
They are really overpowering them. I like all of their movements so far. RRQ proving to be a world-class team. And jumping onto the Louis, as the group up is going to be there. I'm not entirely sure how Wise is feeling now. I mean, he's 2.6k compared to the 2.7k of the Yisun Shin. But the fact that he's not getting kills yet for his teammates, that's not one thing that you want as a Lancelot.
Yeah, and he also has the Bounty Hunter on him, so he really needs to get the kills in order to be at least ahead of this Yisun Shin. As a clash is happening, Kufra is going to be in the back lines waiting for an opportunity to strike. Oh My Venus might be the one, but no follow throughs here from the rest of the RRQ roster.
Yeah, they're just letting this Albert Hisanshin farm, and that's their main idea at this point. They don't really care about getting the easy route or getting the early kills. It's more about farming for Albert, and honestly, they're doing a hell of a fine job doing that. 3.3k already up on the Hisanshin, uncontested.
Man. And yeah, Yishin Shin's gonna have a good time in this game. This is a good start from Yishin Shin. All things considered, it could have been a couple of deaths onto the hands of Yishin Shin. But hey, being unscathed in the early stage in the laning phase, that's more than enough for this Yishin Shin.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Wise has to make sure that he keeps up against this Albert, because the only way that Lancelot is gonna be ahead of Yi Sun Shin is if he has money and if he has items.
Absolutely, and the turtle is gonna be the next target for both teams. It's gonna be reset now. And I like what you said about Weiss, the Lancelot, needing those early kills. They jump in forward, only catching one. Oh my Venus, but it's gonna be potent. Might be able to take out the public Kupa. Not gonna be the case though, as they retaliate. Onic PH, they're quite low, but they're chasing. In comes the star power lockdown, taking down Win, but nice flicker away from the Kufra. Gets out. Cho poses himself left side. There's the execute to get a kill, but a counter kill. Actually, no execute from Dilar. This is just Purify. They'll take one down with him at the very least. So that's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Not the best for Onic PH, all things considered, since this is a Uranus. And the death on the side of RRQ was just a Kufra, a support.
Yeah, and there goes the Black Dragon form. Yu Zhong is gonna get completely immobilized, but he manages to get a kill onto Oh My Venus again, and this is sparking trouble for Onic PH.
Wow. I can't believe that the turtle was taken by Weiss, really. Well, because of the fact that he had retribution, the rest of the RRQ side didn't have it. We know that you're always at an advantage when taking all of those big objectives, like those turtles and those lords. And up top, they want to go for Iacno. The immortality is up. They're still trying to go for this one. Can they take him down first? That's a big question. Ultimate coming out from this Kufra, as they will not take that export, but they do take the turret. So I think that's some far more important objective to have.
That was a good zone,
Ooh.
all things considered. And Wise, slowly
Yeah.
building up the stacks. Not the stacks, but building up the economy for him to
Oh.
be an impact. And he's gonna catch off this Yu Zhong as well. Not really. Does not have Thorn Bros available.
There's a puncture. Oh, sorry, it's a Phantom Execution. Not gonna get any kill. I like the decision from Weiss. Yuzhong was dangerously low, but he decided not to fight because he might be taken out by his opponents. And it's not like they're really hungry for kills. It's not like they're starving for kills. What they need now is to take down the turrets. And I catch up on the Popple and Koopa. The ultimate from the Kufra gonna be used. Thorn Rose is there. Popple and Koopa down. But what's the exchange? They flicker away to save Win. And Win will be taken down nonetheless by Dilar. Using the ultimate, using the Cycle Knight, trying to find an angle. Nice bait in there against the Yisun Shin. Already charged up his bow. A nice sidestep from Dilar. And it seems like Onic PH have slowly catching steam now.
Slowly, as a bunch of small skirmishes are happening left and right. Once again, Iacno being bullied out of his lane in the top lane. Really not having the best of times here as that X-Borg. But they're doing well. Only a couple of 100 gold deficit here for Onic PH. They can still catch up to RRQ so long as they keep the pressure up. And Wise is slowly building up the pressure, slowly building up the stream in the steam-powered engine that is the Onic PH. As the Revenge gets Oh My Venus, we'll be looking for an opportunity to reset here. RRQ looking for an opportunity to fight there, but over in on the bottom lane, Dilar gets waved the dragon by Skylar. And a complete disengage. The discipline of these guys.
It's just about who controls the lane, right? Nevertheless, RRQ is still leading by a significant amount, 2,000. That's what you like when you're playing this Yi Jin. Definitely not that comfortable for Wise. Although Wise is relatively farmed. Now he's gonna be shoved away from this purple buff. He's gonna take it nonetheless. No, he can't. It was the Yi Jin to get it. Okay, so that's not good for Onic. As another purple buff was taken away from them.
They're being deprived heavily here. They have recognized that.
Oh no!
XOXO gets immobilized.
No way.
Thorn Rose in the middle. No, you're not supposed to do that.
It's not good at all for Onic. Now they lose the Cyclops. Can they get more? It seems like Dilar's tank ability is not yet there. It's not yet online. In fact, they'll lose 3 members. Cho threatens for the kill on the Uranus. And you know what's the decision from RRQ? Just take the Lord from this time. They cannot take us down. The Retribution carrier is still out. RRQ slowly taking the Lord. Easily.
Easily 4,000 gold lead. And yep, it's RRQ slowly but surely securing their win conditions here. They get the Lord. Albert hasn't died yet. He has a Blade of Despair and the Endless Battle to his name. That's already good. He's gonna have a spike in the next team fight. What's also good is that they know how to control Wise. They know how to control Iaknu. And I arguably, Wise and Iaknu are going to be the huge factors in this fight in terms of damage output for Onic PH. And RRQ has been doing a very good job preventing them from even joining in the fray. Kind of a bad decision making there for Wise earlier on when he just dived in onto 4. Kind of overestimated his firepower there.
Looks like they want to go for the Cho now. But that's just the Cho. And look at how much poke they have through this Louis as well as the Yi Jin. It's just way too much long range damage already for them. Well, Rose Gold Meteor now available on Skylar. This top lane Lord push might be stopped easily by Onic PH. But what's good that's happening for RQ is that they're able to control the map, which also results to them getting all of these buff steals. Here comes the Yu Zhong though. Just scouting the area. Last Insanity gonna be forced out. This also prompts RQ to back down a bit. They're still staying around the area of the base. Dilar poses for threats. Thornrose is there. Not much damage coming out from Weiss. In comes the jump from the Kukla, but it's not gonna be enough. He's taking out Dilar onto the back lines, just using the Ionic Edge to deal some damage. Nevertheless, that's Onic PH surviving for one more night, I'd say.
But RRQ's just applying the pressure here in the mid lane. And the top lane as well. And that was a good defense for Onic PH. All things considered, managed to take out Kufra. You know, it's just Kufra, but you know, they'll take what they can.
Yeah.
And Lancelot here is caught in a bit of an off spot here. Is gonna get targeted out. Jay is gonna be the first one to fall down. Black Dragon form is gonna be committed there. Oh My Venus and Wise are gonna be forced to back off here, and Wise is gonna be taken out. And it's just gonna be Oh My Venus alone here in the bottom lane. He's gonna be taken out completely there. But Yi Jin as he switches on over to his longsword backline. So D-Lar going into a bit of a fight there against 3 members, and I don't think he has it in him to even secure a kill there. X-Borg going to be on the base all alone. Iaknu has to be pressured now.
It's a lot of pressure. Skylar against Dilar. Who's gonna win this? It seems like they're just wasting each other's time, but that as a result means that the inhibitor will be taken on mid because Iakno absolutely can't do it on his lonesome. Another push up top, and it's inhibitor down as well. And slowly Onic PH are respawning, but their base it's slowly taken out as well.
Yeah, inhibitor turrets down, 2 of them to be precise. That's going to be a big wave spawning in over at the top and the bottom lane. And the Lord is going to be spawning quite soon too, and RRQ will want to secure that in order to get a good hold of the end game here.
It seems to me that Onic PH have lost full grip of this game. I mean, it was probably running for about a good 8 minutes now. I like the idea of RRQ that they're not overextending. They're always just punishing. They're looking for the right moments to go for the attack. And now the problem is, how can Onic PH contest this next Lord take? It's gonna be massive if they get it, but just equally bad for them if it's given to the side of RRQ.
Yeah, and the Lord is going to be started up here as Onic PH tries to go for a push here. They take down a 2-4 Black Dragon form to scare off the rest of Onic PH here. Beautiful zoning by XOXO, and the Lord is gonna be secured without a doubt. Manages to get the kill onto Jay, would actually try to go for a kill onto Wise, and this
No
is where
way.
Yuzhong thrives in big fight 1v5 fights. He'll be able to take down Koopa, and is going to be focusing his attention all over the D-Lar, and the rest of RRQ is going to be collapsing here on top of Onic PH, and they are not in a position to defend this properly as D-Lar tries to out-sustain everything. Iaknu goes for the last insanity, manages to take down Skylar, gets the rage on to Oh My Venus. Oh My Venus is not going to be impact, has to reset himself, and Onic PH, they managed to survive this. Iaknu goes for the flicker in over towards Albert. X-Win
no way.
is gonna live. D-Lar out sustaining them. The jump, and that just there goes the oh my god, over in the backline. So that is going to be the diversion. The choke's gonna get died down. No split pushes happening whatsoever. And Onic PH, they are fighting for their lives here in this game number one. Just game number one as they finally take down D-Lord. The Lord is marching it on over, and XOXO is poising as a threat here on to the side of Onic PH. His HP is low, but will he be able to sustain himself? He gets immobilized. Immortality is going to get popped. The Lord is about to fall down, and finally does go down. X-Win dives in with a revenge. Not going to be connecting to anybody at all. Koopa is going to be targeted onto Koopa in order to back off, and there goes the last insanity. Takes down XOXO, and they're going to be going in for the mega kill, and the push is going to be coming. Y takes down A24, and that's going to be the Winya Waves pushing in. Onic PH should be able to defend this.
My goodness, I cannot believe that happened. Very long and extended team fight from both teams. It wasn't a team fight anymore because they're doing whatever they wanted. They tried to chase Albert. I was absolutely amused of how Dillon was able to keep himself intact with Oracle, with brute force perspectives and Tikiras. Unfortunately, he didn't have the execute mechanic that could have taken down Albert so many times in that chase. Not having that meant that Albert was able to survive, and it's still 0 deaths on the Yisan Shin. Great defense from Onic PH. But it's not going to be enough. That's 3 inhibitors already down for their side. I don't know how much they can hold this, but at least they're holding now.
I lost my breath there.
Oh yeah, that was a long clash.
That was a long skirmish, man.
Yeah.
But still, will Onic PH be able to recreate that? I mean, yeah, the base is not nearly chipped, and they have to watch out for Skylar. Skylar is looking for an opportunity to actually start pushing up. But the Lord is very, very crucial now, even more so for Onic PH.
Oh man, what turned out to be a very, how do I say this? It's not one-sided really, but RRQ controlled game, say the least. I thought that they'll take this just systematically and just win it, knowing that they had the Lord twice in a row. I thought that they will just systematically take it, but this is Onic PH. This is also one of the cream of the crop of the Philippines, and they have shown that they can really match up against RRQ. It's just that probably they don't have enough tools anymore defending this late game. I mean, they can defend for sure, but to win it, that is a big question mark. It's gonna be up to both of the teams cooperating in a way that Onic PH should not make a mistake anymore. There should be like 3 consecutive mistakes for RRQ for them to lose this. That being said, however, Mr. Nomad, I don't feel that this will be ending so soon. I think the defense from Onic PH, the way they showed it, is incredible at this point.
Man, incredible. Incredible is what was that? Not what was that tagline back then? But I completely forgot. But yeah, Onic I lost my train of thought there, but Onic PH, they need to at least push out even more here. And Uranus is doing just that, but it is kind of risky, lacking that one split pusher here. And I like the cutting from the bottom lane from both of these side lanes onto Dilar
The
and
mid.
onto Skylar, as the Lord is down to a quarter HP and no
Oh,
protection from Onic PH at all whatsoever available. It's do
yeah.
or die for Onyx PH. They need to make sure that they pick off a lot of members from RRQ here in order to be comfortable in defending this as the Lord pushes off in the mid lane. And this pick off by D-Lar might just be very crucial for RRQ in order to seal the deal. But he manages to survive being the tanky Uranus that he is.
I think that Onic PH just straight up accepted the fact that they will be taken out. I mean, the Lord will be taken out by RRQ no matter what. So they didn't even bother defending that. I guess what they're doing now is just to just straight up defend
Oh man,
against the wave, and it's not the best decision. The
it's
Lord,
not
even with the
enough.
Twilight armor is melting, and now they jump. The U-Jump, Dragonite form has to flicker away. Lord push coming out from RRQ. They want to go for the base, and they're focusing it down so quickly. That was half HP base, and blink, just blink, and it's already down. That's how fast they took it down. I wanna see if we had the replay. Uh, if we had hardware for replay, I would have replayed that so many times. I wonder what happened, but I guess it's just the farm that really got into them, Mr. Nomad, in the end.
Man, if only they were able to push out the